Welcome back to the South Texan News Desk. As always, I'm your host, Tom Miller. We begin this week by looking at the current status of the U.S. election. It's been almost 2 weeks since Election Day, and though the Associated Press has called the race for Biden, Trump is still putting up resistance against polls in several states, on the grounds that there were unsavory counting practices going on behind the scenes. These allegations are backed by lawsuits that Trump has brought to the table, but most officials are giving no credence to them on the grounds of a lack of evidence. Now, even if Trump were to win one such lawsuit, it wouldn't really be enough. Biden's victory rested on his ability to capture several swing states, especially Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin in the north, all of which Trump had an early lead in. This gives Biden quite a few electoral votes as a buffer, even if some of them flip over to Trump. Professor Ugur Sahin, co-founder of biomedical firm BioNTech, has expressed confidence that the COVID-19 vaccine developed between BioNTech and pharmaceutical giant Pfizer will create a dramatic downturn in COVID cases and spread by summer of 2021. He's also gone so far as to say that by winter of 2021, life will return to pre-COVID conditions. The main gate here is getting the vaccine approved by governmental agencies. That said, early trials have every reason to show that the BioNTech-Pfizer vaccine is quite effective and safe. Southeast Asia turns a new economic page after the finalization of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, a 15-country trading bloc that now secures its place in record books as the world's largest. The RCEP has been 8 years in the making, and it comes at a fortunate time for the relatively impoverished region. It could help provide countries with relief funds to counteract problems due to COVID-19. The deal is not exclusively Southeast Asian. It also includes China, Japan, South Korea, Australia, and New Zealand. Due to this, however, many see the RCEP as another way for China to grow its sphere of influence within the region. However, since many countries within that pact tend to stand against China on most things, notably South Korea and Japan, these may provide some countermeasures to that effect. Interesting to note is that the US and India initially had places within the RCEP. The breakaway of the US from the Trans-Pacific Partnership and a few other Asia-Pacific trade pacts, presumably as part of the Trump-era trade war with China, has kept the US out of RCEP for a few years now. India was initially in the RCEP group, but pulled out last year. Finally, conflicts between Ethiopia's Tigray region and the government of Ethiopia are beginning to bleed across borders. The citizens of Asmara, the capital of neighboring Eritrea, were shocked by explosions Sunday night as Tigrayan forces reportedly fired rockets towards the city. Their justification for this was that the governments of both Ethiopia and Eritrea were collaborating against Tigray, which may or may not be true depending on who you ask. But a history of conflict between Eritrea and Tigray presents a worrying possibility that the bloody border war between Eritrea and the Tigray region, which left death tolls in the tens of thousands 20 years ago, could be reignited. That's all we have for you this week. For more information about the goings-on here at TAMUK, check out the South Texan written right here at TAMUK, or check us out online at thesouth.texan.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The South Texan.